What's going on, everybody? It's your boy D4. We're here for the CrewCast podcast, and today we have a whole gaggle full of crew members. Today we have G18. He's in the background. He's probably not going to talk. We have Shadow and D20. We have a special guest today. That is Sidearms for Reason. Say hi, Sidearms.
Hey, can you put a Christmas hat on my thing?
Hey, I'll put an extra one. That make it 3. How about that?
I think I've only missed. How many podcasts have I missed?
Not many. I'll probably 3 or 4. Probably
No,
3 or 4.
at the most 3.
Yeah, I just said 3 or 4.
You weren't even on the first 6.
Maybe the first 2. Maybe. We'll have to go back and look. I bet somebody that's watched all the podcasts.
I know for a fact. I asked you because I knew the answer. I asked you. that's what you got to do.
Did you really add them up?
No, that's my guess. That's
Okay.
my guesstimate. It can be more than 3 though.
I already knew the answer. Has a guesstimate.
I knew the answer, so I guessed.
Yeah. my answer is a guess, Shadow. But I won't be on next week if this is how I'm being treated.
Whoa.
Oh,
Whoa.
Let's just get this out here early.
I'm the moderator, okay? Y'all need to calm the hell down, all right? I love you all equally, okay? So, Jesus Christ.
Well, if you hate Side, that means you hate me too. I respect it.
You wouldn't care either way, Shadow. You just, it's all about friendship. And if I hate you, I hate you. If I don't, I don't. That's how we roll.
Right.
It's kind of like the thing Jehovah and I have. We have like a love-hate relationship. I love that guy to death, do anything for him, but I want to punch him in the face 99% of the time. Not really.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, but
What the fuck?
yeah. What the fuck? I'll punch you in the face too, Sidearms. I wish you would come to my house. One more camp. Just come over here.
I already came once.
I've invited you twice.
Yeah, there was
2 more times and you haven't come over. So that's on you, bro.
Third
Only
time's the
punching
charm.
was Sidearms punching D4's mom.
Wow, that's your mom too. Why are you flipping out, man? It's ridiculous.
You know, I have 2 dads.
My favorite draw with friends drawings are the ones where Tony draws your guys' moms.
Yeah, I'm like, why are you drawing our mom?
I don't think it's happened recently,
mom.
but
That's your half of the mom.
yeah.
My half? What do you mean? You draw her whole half. You draw her vagina all the way, everything. Everything's spread
Wow.
out. No
Why
clothes.
would you talk about your own mom like that?
I'm not. You're the one that draws our mom.
You sick bastard.
You're a sick bastard. Oh, man. Today, we have a few topics we're going to talk about. First one is kind of what makes you continuously upload videos? What is like something that you're motivated by when it comes to YouTube these days? Because it's changed over the past 7 or 8 years that we've been doing it. I think Jehovah's been doing YouTube the longest, or uploading some type of content. I think we all kind of started just to kind of impress friends. That was kind of the main idea behind it. That's what I did. I uploaded my first video to show D20 how hilarious I was. Of course, D20
Didn't work. Still didn't go for it.
so he tried to do it, and he's better than I am. So,
Yeah.
But that's basically what I did. I tried to upload and save some clips from us playing Halo and COD, and I pretty much thought I could do it better than everyone else, and I was 50 times worse than everybody. But what motivates you guys, Sidearms? What motivates you now to upload videos?
Oh man, I was really hoping you wouldn't go to me first.
Of course.
I'm trying to figure out how to launch Rocket League. I can't find my controller cable.
This
but
fucking guy.
You don't play with keyboard? That's ridiculous.
No.
Okay.
Well, here, I'll tell you what, whenever people ask me in real life, why do people watch videos online? And it's because, like, you guys, I'm sure you guys are the same way. Like, you have a couple other YouTubers that you watch that aren't us, probably.
Mm-hmm.
No, I only watch my friends.
Okay, well.
He really does.
That sucks, Daytona. You're really missing out here. So, someone has a bad day at school or something, and then they, like, hear this echo going on and stuff. No, they have...
Is that a ghost in their house? What the hell's going on?
Yeah, haunted.
But they have a bad day at school, okay? And then they just, they get whatever made fun of, or whoever, I don't know. They just got a bad test, a grade on a test. So they come home and they can relax and forget about all that kind of stuff for like 10 or 15 minutes, like whatever we uploaded that day, and then just like laugh with us and become friends with us. But yeah, I think that's a pretty good
That's
reason.
kind of like everybody's go-to when I hear people talk about, like, we have a lot of people that have kind of grown up. So, like, if you were 12 years old, you've watched us for 6 years, you're now an adult. 18.
Like that guy today.
Yeah. I had someone the other day, kind of like, I think what you're kind of bringing up. But he basically was like, "Yo, man, I used to watch your videos all the time." It kind of, and a lot of them are like, "Hey, you got me through a hard time." Even though we have those, it was just like, "Hey, you got me through like school." Like I would watch your videos during lunch. I'd watch your videos during someone's class, and it was just kind of one of those things that me and my friends tried to like recreate stuff that you guys did. And I would say we probably put out around at least every day, probably an hour worth of content between Speedy's main channel, his second channel, Jehovah's channel, his second channel. I would figure too, but on average, I would say that's probably around it. If we're saying 10 minutes per video on average. I put out a video. Sidearms usually puts out a video daily. G18 once, twice a week. Shadow is daily usually. D20 is... Are you daily now, D20?
Usually every other day.
Every other day?
It just depends on what stuff I got to upload.
Joel's every other day kind of content. B-Dubs is daily pretty much. I mean, there's a lot of people. We have a lot of content. You're probably right. We probably have over 2 hours worth of content. So if you watch our content every day, that's almost like watching TV.
Like watching a movie.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah. But yeah, I don't. That's kind of my thing too, Sidearms, was that I watch YouTube as for entertainment. Like, I watch YouTube more than I do anything else, like TV. I quit watching TV shows. Like, we have TV shows that we like. We watch, like, Street Outlaws, and we have a couple other shows that we watch. Like, I think D20 watches Survivor every once in a while, and I have some of those, like, criminal shows like Criminal Minds and stuff like that I watch. But for the most part, I don't watch a lot of TV. It's sports, then it's YouTube. And on YouTube, I listen to a lot of podcasts. I listen to, like, Joe Rogan. And his podcast usually has somebody that I really like. He has like comedians on there most of the time, and then some type of sport athlete. And then I watch my iDubbbz if they have a video that's usually good. And D20, myself, G18, and Sidearms, we've been watching a lot of other people stream highlights, and that's been kind of cool too. They usually last for like 30 minutes to an hour. So we have like just chill out time watching, shows together. We sync those things. It's kind of like that, what is that series I have? Try Not to Laugh Challenge. That's kind of like what we do, but we do it like with all videos, not just the ones that are supposed to be funny. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at too, the entertainment. Shadow, what's the kind of motivation for you to keep uploading?
But before you answer, Shadow, if I have an unrelated question. Well, it's kind of related to what you were saying. Do you guys think you'll cancel your TV subscription
for the YouTube stuff?
No, just in general, because I only watch stuff on TV pretty much, or on YouTube.
I don't think I will, just because of the news and like the weather, and there's just like a combination. I like watching movies every once in a while, but I will say this: I share a Netflix account with D20. Don't tell nobody. And
illegal
criminals.
Whoa. Same house. We're brothers.
I mean, we already knew D4 was a criminal. So.
Yeah, exactly. Because I break windows and stuff if you listen to the podcast, But after watching Netflix, I usually summer binge Netflix a lot, just because it's just, I don't know, it's usually that time when a lot of shows come out.
It's too hot to go outside.
And then, it's too hot to go outside. And then YouTube. But yeah, I don't see me in the near future, but I can see it down the road.
Yeah, like the only time I watch TV is when I'm with my parents. That's all they pretty much watch. Like, they don't watch YouTube stuff, so. But it's fucking, like, TV's pretty expensive, man. I think we pay like $100 plus a month.
Yeah, it's getting worse.
It is ridiculous, yeah.
And it's not like we're getting any more. We're not getting, like, anything crazy. I think the best thing to come out with television was the whole DVR aspect, where you could fast forward through commercials. But in the same sense, it's just, I don't know, you're not getting a lot. Like, it says, you get 500 channels, but half of those.
Yeah, only you're gonna watch 10.
Yeah, exactly. You got your main stations you're gonna watch. I'm not gonna watch Lifetime. That's not something that I'm gonna watch.
Ooh, you're missing out.
Missing out. Yeah, I don't want to watch the same movie 70 times with different actors. Like, it's ridiculous.
Yeah. Man, it's hard to watch Lifetime when Oprah Network's on.
Yeah, I hear you. The Harpo. But
OWN.
Is it OWN network? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. TV for me, not so bueno. But back to the question, Shadow. What kind of keeps you uploading on YouTube?
I do want to say before I go into this, I cannot stand the answer that Sidearms gave. Like, and
Okay.
it's not because Sidearms says it, but the whole like, oh, my motivation is, I'm just here and I can make somebody's day. Like that is just such a, oh, what would you do if you had the power? Oh, I would end world hunger. Like, no, you like, sure, it's probably good. Like, it feels good. Like, yeah, I can be that guy to bring a smile on somebody's face. But like, that's main motivation. I question. That being said, my main motivation for uploading, besides the fact that it's my job and money, like, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just going to point that out. It's something that nobody wants to say. But yes, we make money uploading videos.
No way.
And if...
Don't worry, it's not much.
if for a lot of YouTubers, if it wasn't like, their full-time job, they would not be uploading videos as much. Like, that's just...
No, that goes without saying. I wouldn't upload every day.
Yeah, I mean, that's just a fact. But that also, those two things being said, my main motivation is the community aspect of it. Like, I upload videos so I can read the comments, and it's kind of like the same thing. Like, I stream so I can read Twitch chat.
Feedback? Yeah.
Not even necessarily feedback. Like,
I thought you were going to say read weeb games. Reading simulators.
Well, I mean, that too. But
it's like story time. He just reads too.
Yeah, like, I don't even necessarily want, like, video feedback or anything like that. Like, I want to read the comments, and I just want to joke with people. Like, I want to have, like, a whole bunch of inside jokes with my subscribers and stuff like that. And, like, I'm not necessarily going to say, like, oh, these guys, I don't view you as subs, you're my friends. Like, I can't really call you my friend, I don't really know you. But, like, the fact that, like, I wake up after my video has been uploaded, and, like, I look forward to reading the comments and just going through and, like, finding a troll and, like, talking shit with them or just doing that. It's fun for me. That's the main motivation. It's fun. And that really hasn't changed since I started. The second, like, I stop enjoying the YouTube thing is the second I go and look for another job.
And I will say that about you, Shadow. I really do believe that. I really do believe that if you don't like it anymore, you'll be the first one to say, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm done with it. I'm not going to pick it back up. And I think you'll quit cold turkey and not worry about it. And I can see that probably is your motivation, is the comments and the little snarky things that, like, you might reply back to people. Like, I see your Twitter feed, and I see people that you reply to. It's pretty funny, to be honest, how you call out people all the time, or you call bullshit on people, or call them out for being an idiot. But I kind of like that stuff, so I enjoy that stuff.
And the best part about it, again, I don't want to get too far off,
No, keep going.
the topic, but the best part is, like, the environment, at least of my comments or Twitch or whatever, is somebody can say something completely asinine or completely stupid, and I'll respond with a colorful comment, a few F-bombs or, like, some insults, and, get into, like, a heated debate or something like that. And then, like, there's no real point of apology necessarily, but, like, 2 days later that same guy can comment and, like, I don't hate him, he doesn't hate me. It's just like, it's a one thing. It's just like an understanding, like, yeah, move on. Like, who the hell cares? Like, there's no grudge or anything in my comments. There are some people that do get blocked in, like, certain situations, but, like, I love how there's, like, a whole bunch of people who can dish it and can also take it, like the insults and the punishment. I respect the hell out of that. It's so fun. I
will say this. I got a couple points. First one about Twitter, about what you're talking about. I think it's funny. Nowadays, I tend to block more people than normal. I think we looked at the other day how many people we've blocked. I've blocked like 100 and some change. And then we were all pretty much, there was 3 or 4 of us that were pretty even with 100 and some change. But I've been blocking a lot of people lately because they're saying ludicrous stuff just to be that guy. And it's not that they're doing it one time, they keep on doing it again and again. Like, I get it, we're comedians. Like, that's kind of the aspect we get because of the funny moments, whole genre we went through. But everybody tries to be funny with us, like with the witty comeback. When I'm trying to be serious as possible as I can. But you get those people that, like Hova today, this is just an example, this is not even in the right complete context, but he put something like sin dudes, and he meant to put sin nudes to be funny. And like people kind of made fun of him a little bit, but nothing bad. And then he tweeted out something else. The next tweet he had, he put like name he movie instead of the movie, and he left it. And when I do that shit, it's 50 people right. You're a fucking idiot, hillbilly hick motherfucker, learn how to spell. When Hova does it, it's literally no one said anything about him putting what's the he movie, and no one put anything at all. So it's like
I'm glad you care so much about what they say.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like with me, they try to think that I have. It's like my online persona is like one thing, and that they can just say anything to me, and that's not how it is. Like, I like to communicate just as much. I think Sidearms is pretty much one of the better guys of replying to most people. D20's done a really good job lately. We even had a guy today that tweeted us that he had his Team Citrus t-shirt on. He was doing his first wrestling match. Shout out to that guy, by the way. And we all replied to him and said, good luck with that. But it was like there's a different standard with me than a lot of other people because of the persona that I portray online.
I have a theory about that. It's because our friends make fun of us, so everyone else thinks it's okay.
Yeah. And it's so weird. Like, even today with Jehovah, he writes snarky stuff like, "I'm way better than you on H1 or whatever." Like, you play 5 times more than me, and I'm still better than you.
That's where this is coming from. Oh,
no. I'm saying that. No, it's not even that. Like, and you can clearly tell, like, in his gameplay. I wrote something like, smart ass back. I was like, oh, I can tell from your title you didn't get a win, which I didn't even watch the video. Then I skimmed through and I was like, yeah, he didn't get a win. And then he had like 5 kills, and the player he was playing with had 2. And then we play together and I have 12, and he has like -1 kills because he died first. And everybody's like, oh, Joe is so much better. But they pick on me from that, like, on those situations and pretend they can say anything. Like, I get it. Like, It's funny. Like, that's the persona that I portray. I get what I like put out there. That's okay. But then people take it like too far. They say the dumbest shit ever. Like, they cross the line. Like, I get it. I still put, the whole I'm a retard, eat crayons thing as a persona. That's cool. But in the same sense, like, they go over and above to say something stupid, and that's what I hate. That it's like a double standard type deal. But anyways, go ahead, Shadow. You gonna say something to add to
that? No. I mean, I just block people because I don't like after a Giants loss and they.
Yeah, that's kind of the deal. They say shit just to say shit because
you can insult me all you want, but. If you comment, LOL, Giants suck, bye! I don't fucking feel like dealing with it after a Giants loss, you piece of shit.
Yeah, that's kind of how I am. I think I've gone down like 200 followers in the last like couple months because I've been blocking everybody like a boss. Not saying that's the reason, but I've been fucking on a tear, just straight up. I think I tweeted out something the other day, like, if you say something fucking stupid to me, don't cry about it when you're blocked, because what will happen is, I'll block somebody, and they'll reply to someone else saying, why did these for block me? Well, because you probably said something fucking retarded, and that's the same thing.
Whoa.
Well, it is. It's like so like ludicrous half the time that it falls in that realm of like you have no mental capacity to what you're saying. You have no clue, and you spelt half of it wrong anyways. And then they'll do the same thing with me. Why did Shadow block me? Well, you probably said something about his Mets or his Giants or whatever else. Like, you probably caused it yourself. I trust that my friends didn't just block you for whatever reason. And no, I'm not going to ask them to unblock you because they probably had a reason. But yeah, it's just one of those things. And the other thing that I was going to bring up is that what you said, Shadow, about how Sidearms, you don't like the response that he gave about why he uploads videos. And I'll tell you this little backstory on Sidearms. So Sidearms and I, as you know, our friendship is one of the longer ones in the crew. And as I started uploading videos with Sidearms in there, and I was going through YouTube at the early stage. I think there was no money involved, and then there started being a little bit of money involved in ad revenue. And Sidearms was just curious. He was like, "Hey, how much money do you make?" And at the time, I made like $200 per month, and that was like a big deal. I was like, I made $200 extra this month, and he was like, "Oh, that's pretty cool." And Sidearms didn't. He was uploading, but he didn't go for a partnership for a while. And that was never his motivation, was to make money. He literally uploaded just for his clips and to have fun. And then we kind of pushed on to Sidearms, "Hey man, you should really upload yourself, and people would like to see your side of what goes on with us day by day." And he was very apprehensive to one, try to get a partnership to make money, just because he didn't want to have to deal with it, and two, he was underage at the time, and he had
I was underage
to sign everything. So
imagine having to like explain YouTube to foreign parents that
I know
are older.
That's a nightmare. And so when Sidearm says he uploads for entertainment, yes, partly it is a living for him, but at the end of the day, it is something that he doesn't need. He doesn't need the money right now. He's fine. But I really believe where the whole root of it came from is for the entertainment factor, because we kind of pushed him into it, because he people wanted him to upload more than he really kind of wanted to upload it in the beginning. Now, nowadays, things change and things kind of evolve. But for the most part, I will say that he had a good look into it when he first got into it to entertain. And I believe that's a big reason why these days there's so many kids that try to get into this thing for the wrong reason. And it's just, hey, I'm going to make money. I'm going to stream to make money. And there's an evil side of the whole Twitch and YouTube thing too. Like, I feel like a lot of people put a lot of money, a lot of time, and they waste their time and money. And I'm not saying don't follow your dreams, but have realistic goals when you jump into it. People, and I'll use Twitch for example. People will stream every day 4 to 5 hours and not have anybody watching their stream, like 1 to 2. That would kill me. I don't know why, but it would kill me if I only had 1 to 2 people watching me. And one of those 1 or 2 is maybe a friend or so. And they waste their time what they could be doing something else, and then their quality is not that good. Like, what they're trying to bring to the table is not different from anybody else that is out there on Twitch. And we were just watching a Twitch streamer that does like IRL stuff. It was Ice Poseidon. A lot of people.
I love him, dude. He's my favorite streamer.
He's hilarious, yeah. And he brings a lot to the table because he'll do video games. He'll take calls from his viewers, and he's going out in public just doing random crazy stuff. And if you've never watched him before, at first when you watch him, like, this guy, he's a little off. He's different, and you're like,
wow,
intrigued.
Man, are you talking shit?
I'm not talking shit. When I first watched Ice Poseidon play RuneScape for the first time, I was like, this guy's a little fucking off.
That's when I first showed you his stream.
I was like, this guy's a little fucking off. I don't understand what people like about him. But then the more that I watched, he's pretty fucking funny. He has a good voice for it too, to be honest. So he brought a couple of different aspects, that he was doing something that other people weren't when it came to the questions that he asked and the answers that he had. And then his voice was one of those radio voices, and you're just like, he always wore a tie too. So it was something where most people on Twitch are just sitting there in their PJs or a hoodie and trying to be the best gamer they can be at a certain video game. But he brought something to the table. It was different. He started off small, but he got big pretty quickly because he brought that different aspect. And so I think a lot of people get into the wrong reasons, and I'm going to say Sidearms got into it for the right reasons. Most of our people in our crew did because we didn't have any other choice. there wasn't any money. If there was money, some of us may have still got into it. I don't know. But at the time, there was no money involved. It was entertainment purposes mainly. And other than that, I think Jehovah was just on the same track that I was. He wanted to show a couple of his friends some of his clips and thought he had better content than the people that were uploading at the time. But that's kind of where I was going with that. I think Sidearm's whole idea behind getting into YouTube and uploading was generally the same as it has been.
Thanks, man.
I wasn't necessarily calling out Sidearms individually.
Yeah.
It was more, I have heard that so many times. Like, what is your main motivation? And then, the answer that's supposed to get a whole lot of I do it for the people who, you might have had a bad day. I want you to come home and I want to put a smile on your face. Fuck you.
Come to mommy, Jason.
Shut the hell up. That is not your number one motivation. Fuck you.
It's usually some of the bigger YouTubers that say that. Like, here's one the other day. Not the other day. I'll say during the summer, this past summer. A certain YouTuber, I'm not going to call it the YouTuber, they were uploading... Saddam's for reason. Insert name there. We're uploading 2 videos a day, and that's a lot. 2 videos a day is a lot. And they put out a tweet saying, guys, since you've shown me so much attention and you guys helped me out so much, I'm going to be uploading 4 more videos a day just for you. Just for you, 4 more videos. I was like, no, you're fucking not. That is fucking ludicrous because you're uploading 15-minute videos. Now there's 6 of them on your channel, and you know that you're on a uprise when it comes to content on your channel, and people are going to watch whatever you put. If you put you shitting in a plastic bag, then people are going to watch it. But you're not doing it for them. You're doing it for your monetary gain. So that was like a big thing for me. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? No, you're not uploading 6 times a day for them. You're uploading 6 times a day for you. I don't know. That was just one of those things, kind of like you were saying, Shadow, just one of those cookie cutter things like that people say that you look right through the bullshit and you're like, as a YouTuber, I know what the fuck you're doing. And I know why your videos are 15 minutes because that was kind of like the new mark to hit for the algorithm. So don't give me that shit. I don't want to see it. So
is it a valid reason? Do I get a little misty? Oh, maybe not misty eyed, but like, do I appreciate when like, hey man, you helped me through a good time? Yeah, of course. But sorry, that's not my main motivation for uploading.
Yeah, I mean that's that's
you.
Yeah, that's you. That's Shadow in a box right there. That's the perfect way of describing it. Okay, so if anybody wants to add anything to that, you can. But
I don't think D20 was asked.
D20, would you like to?
I just want to put a smile on everybody's face, and as long as they're putting money in my pockets.
Let me just. I didn't have a Twitch partnership until I had like 150,000 followers, and I didn't run like donations or anything.
Yeah, well, us as a crew have been very.
He also blues.
Yeah, I also haven't streamed in months.
Case openings were a thing, guys. I'm sorry that they're not anymore. I apologize for this guy. He did say the other day, I will say this out in the open, he said, dude, I really need to get back into streaming. I said, yeah, but you probably won't. But
I was like, yeah.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. But Shadow actually streams quite often. If you want to check him out, links will be down in the description for that. But he actually just chills, and a lot of times he'll just talk, whatever's on his mind or whatever comes up in the chat. Whatever it is, I promise you he'll talk to you about it. So most of the time, if it's something like too crazy, he'll just say shut the fuck up. But most of the time, he'll take on your questions and he'll give you his opinion whether you like it or not. So I do like that about you, Shadow. It's a good stream time. I like it.
Donald Trump is my motivator.
There's no games I want to play like that. I think would be fun playing in front of a stream, like where I wouldn't have more fun playing by myself.
H1Z1.
No thanks.
No thanks. Oh. Well,
I like it more now because getting kills in there is pretty fun, but when you can't play the game, it's kind of stupid.
I can tell you what it's like. Don't ask Kova, okay?
Huh?
I said I can tell you what it's like getting kills on that game. Don't ask Hope.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay, I'm sorry, I didn't understand.
Hope is not bad.
Is this the Taking Shots podcast right now?
No, it's not. It's not. I'm just messing with Hope.
Yeah, but we're just talking about other YouTubers.
Like, we always got passive aggression
I don't know if I want
towards each other. And I can talk about us, man. Like,
Let me tell you about this fucking Vanas guy, man.
yeah, what about him?
He's great, dude. I met him.
He is actually great. He's a good guy. Evan, if you're watching, if you're hearing this, we love you, man. No, but
If you can hear me.
hello.
You can hear me blink twice.
It's your head at 1 minute.
All right. So this question is asked a lot, and I skip over it all the time because I don't know if I really like this question, but I'm going to answer it anyways. And you guys might have way different answers, so I'm kind of interested in what you'd say. If you weren't doing YouTube, what would you be doing right now instead? So what would you, as a job, be doing instead if you weren't getting income from YouTube? I can't answer
first.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, okay. Sorry to cut you off, man.
No,
Really
you're
sound
great.
like you're
I
good,
want you to jump.
I would be in school, and I would
like
be
college?
I would be in college, and I would be either like some sort of waiter, some kind of like that kind of industry, like the restaurant business.
You think so? Well, like, what would you be going to school for, though?
I honestly don't know.
I think you'd go into like computer science or something.
Yeah, I mean I'm pretty good at working with computers most of the time.
Were you good in math?
Yeah.
Okay, because there's a bunch of math courses with that shit.
Yeah, I fucking I was one of the best, Deluxe. One of the best.
Which means nothing to me.
One of the best.
You had 3 people in your class.
It was
You
more
were
like 5.
homeschooled.
Yeah, it was. I was the best of my class.
You're homeschooled. Oh shit.
At least you slept with a teacher.
A lot of people have dreams to sleep with a teacher. I didn't want to do that shit. I wasn't homeschooled, just for the record. Okay. But I'd be some sort of waiter or something, man. I don't know. That's just what like my family did
I don't
before,
know.
like when they were my age. So.
Side, no hate whatsoever, dude. I don't know if you could do the waiting job. I'll be honest.
Oh man, thanks.
It's because you have to interact with people on the daily basis. You have to come up with stuff right off the top of your head. You have to act quickly about social interactions. I don't know if you could. Like, I don't know if you could stand people. Like with Shadow, he's worked in the food business, and I don't know how he got through it because Shadow, I feel like would be one of those disgruntled employees.
Well, there's work time.
I was in the kitchen.
There's work time, and then there's
spitting and jizzing in food.
There's serious, or like there's playful time. Work time, you gotta be respectful.
Put some spec on it.
Do you feel?
Yeah, I feel. Do you feel?
Weren't you guys waiters?
Yeah, we were, and it was like some
Not
of the
good.
worst days of my life.
Yeah. I actually wanted to work at GameStop, like when I was a kid and stuff. But I growing up, I heard that it was like shit to work there because you have to like. That's like I think they force like the pre-orders and these magazines and shit on you.
I have a problem with everybody that works at GameStop.
They have to do that though. I'm pretty sure because then they get their hours cut if they don't.
It's like. Okay, I realize that everybody that walks into the store doesn't know a lot about video games. I get it. But it seems like there's that cookie cutter GameStop employee that, like, they're stuck up about video games, and I'm just like, that is the weirdest shit ever to me. Like, you walk in.
What are you talking about?
And they're like, you ask them a question, and they give you some dumbass, like, smart ass
like a basic answer. Is that what you're saying?
It's kind of like that. Like I've had stuff where I'm looking for. I'm like, hey, when is the next Call of Duty coming out or whatever it was? And they
first of all, shame on you. You could have just Googled it and saved yourself.
It was a fucking number 10 question, asshole. Okay. So I'll ask him a general question like that.
Wait.
Okay.
Hold
the
on.
phone.
Jesus Christ.
Sidearms. Did you just say you could have Googled it?
Yes.
The amount of fucking stupid questions you ask me on a weekly basis.
It's because I love you, Shadow. I want to be closer friends with you.
Continue, D4.
That's one of it.
I agree, Shadow. Get his ass. Get his ass.
He just knows there's no judgment if he just asks you.
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
if I ask
continue.
Google, then they can make fun of me.
Yeah, exactly. They can. Go ahead, dude.
Oh, sorry.
So
but
new
anyways,
Call of Duty.
I just asked for something. They give you some smart ass remark, and they pretend that you have no clue about video games. And I was like, if you fucking only knew one thing, you little bitch. Like, I just want to smack him across the head. And they always ask you some stupid ass question about they do force the games on you, like you were saying, and I know they have to. But it's just
I don't know if that's real or not, but that's just what I've heard.
No, they
Obviously,
really
I've
do.
never-
Seriously, I know what they're doing. They have to mention one. Would you like to be a member of our GameStop club? And then the next thing is, would you like to pre-order so and so? It comes out next week or something like that. That's usually how the pitch goes. Because in the restaurant business, we had to do the same thing. Like
sell specials or something.
Yeah, if there's a special, or if you had to get what we call a PPA, that's per person average. That's a real thing. If someone got water, they fucked up your per person average, which is basically the amount of money that the per person spends in the restaurant. So at the time, if there's 4 people, you want them to spend around $15 each. That's usually what the PPA is hitting. That's a great PPA. So you want them to get a soft drink or a tea or something that costs money, not water, that's free. And then you want them to get an appetizer as a group. So you want to force that. It's the first thing you do. Would you guys like any cheese dip, or would you like some of these mozzarella sticks? They are delicious.
Yeah, notice they never say,
Bloomin' onion.
"Hey, can I start you guys off with a water?" No, they say like Coke, or they say, our flavored lemonade or tea.
Because those things were, back when we were waiting, those things were like $3, and that would boost up your PPA like crazy. And then you never ask a waiter what they prefer. Like, what would you prefer what would you suggest that I get? And they are always going to say something that's in the range of like $10 to $15. Yeah, because they're going to tell you something that's going to be higher for
bastards.
Yeah, so they're going to give you a pasta, a steak,
I've had the
something
filet
ribs.
mignon, and it's just amazing.
It is delicious.
But have you
Only
tried
I made
those
enough money to
lobster tails?
purchase one.
Yeah, right. Basically. And so they get that up. Now, here's what also happens. What the restaurant is thinking. So you sell. Here's how they kind of push it to you as the waiter. So let's say you sell a Coke. You get them an appetizer. They get a main course. You try to ask them dessert. After that, the bill total is going to be, 4 people running $15 each. You're running $60 there. That's going to be a pretty good little tip there if you're getting 10%. I always take the first number and double it for my tip anyways. But so let's say that happens. Yeah. So I'm giving somebody
If it's
$12.
$50, he
like
doubles
20%.
that and gives them $100 tip.
No, I double the first number. Shut the fuck up. I double the first number, which would be $6 and $60, and I double that, so it'll be $12 for that tip. So, for somebody that if they just came in and got water, no appetizer, 2 people shared a meal, and then they had 2 kids that fucking made a horrible mess.
That made out.
Like, can my kids just have crackers to grind into your carpet?
They really do ask that shit. And so that always fucked up my PPA and then fucked up my tip, because it'd be like $30 for 5 people, 2 adults and 3 kids, and then you get, a $2 tip, and you're like, I just spent 45 minutes on you running around getting your kids crackers and giving you lemons and fucking sugar so you can make fucking lemonade for your kids and trying to pay for water. I don't have time for this shit. So that was always the worst. And then you kind of profile people when they come in. So if you get old couple, like grandma and grandpa that are in their 60s or 70s, they ain't tipping you shit. They are on a fixed income, and they ain't giving you shit. They're giving you $2 and a high five. I mean, they're awesome.
It's raining outside.
Great
Bring
people.
an umbrella.
There's
Yeah.
a tip, Sonny.
Yeah, seriously. They give you $2 and a smile, so that's all you're getting from them. You want the double date people, the people in a group that are like separate, so you get 2 checks at one table. That's usually the best, because you're going to get double the tip most of the time. Like, they want to kind of, it's not something that you normally do, and D20 and I are pretty good tippers. But when we go out and we have separate checks, I'm like, how much you giving? He's like, I'm giving 6. I'm like, all right, I'll give 6 too. Or he's like, I'm giving 10. I'm like, man, I'm giving 50 then, because I'm going to beat that ass. So there's like 2 different ways
fuck?
you can look
He's
at
never
it.
said that.
I've never said that. But
'Cause he
you
couldn't
either,
beat my ass,
that
but anyway.
person's going to try to outdo the other person, or they're
Eat your
going to try
ass
to
or be your
equal.
ass?
Both.
Sorry.
He's dumb. But a table like that, instead of getting $5 for 4 people, you're then going to end up probably getting $10 for 4 people, because there's 2 different checks. So it usually works out pretty well. And
Like
there's a
you
lot
said-
of hidden tricks. Yeah.
Yeah, like the people, like you can kind of tell, like once you get drink orders and stuff like that, you can tell which ones. Usually, you can tell which ones are going to tip decently and which ones aren't. And it's
Ballers, yeah.
usually like what I do is, or what I would do is just like I would try to like hurry along the ones that I weren't gonna. I mean, try to get the table
Turn the
turned
table,
over
yeah.
quicker. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just hurry up and try to get them cash out and like like here's your meal, here's your check.
Yeah.
Like get the fuck out of my seat.
Like, here's how bad of profiles D20 are. I probably, some people are going to get pissed at me for this, but basically, we had these church people that come in all the time. And there's a certain denomination called the Pentecostal church. And you can tell the people that are Pentecostal because they have, the girls have really, really long hair, like above average long hair. They wear skirts most of the time. And the guys are usually pretty clear cut. No facial hair for the most part. They have, every once in a while, but you can pick them out from a mile away. And we had the same type of people that would come in regularly because we had a Pentecostal church by our restaurant. And so they would come in, but they are the worst tippers in the world. The ones that we had, I'll say that. And so we would come in and we're like, hey man, there's the Pentecostals. Not my turn, your turn. And so
No, it would take up like a whole section.
yeah,
Like
they don't bring one or two.
Like,
they bring the
they're,
whole church.
they're coming in your section. Like, what the?
Yeah, exactly. No, I don't want them. But we did have this trick. Tell them about this, D20. The trick where you had 8 people, my dude. If you had 8 people at your table.
Oh, you're like saying that when you had 8 people, you could automatically add gratuity to it, which is an automatic 18% tip. So what you do is you take
Wait,
them.
that's a thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, a
Do-
lot of
do
restaurants
you
have
tell
got rid
them?
of it.
That's
Wait. Hold
That's
on.
where I get you.
Scam. Just scam.
Pretty much.
So what I do is I take the check to them, and they give me the money or whatever. If they didn't say anything about the gratuity, then usually like when I went back to give them the check again, I would put the one that showed like the gratuity, like I'd fold it under because it showed the gratuity stuff at the bottom. So I'd fold it under and put it at the back behind the receipts that you sign or whatever. So hopefully they wouldn't look at it and be like, "Hey, wait a minute." So usually I just fold it under and give
You
it
get
to
what he's saying,
them.
Side? So, like, the first check
Yeah,
you
no.
get automatically adds the gratuity on top of it. So, it was 40. They added gratuity. Now it's 60. You take them. They say, oh, here's my card. You take
Yeah.
it. You give it back, and you put all the new stuff on top. But it still has the next line that says, your total, how much
And
do
then
you want to
tip.
tip.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then that.
Right, yeah.
And so, a
The
lot
top
of people
part
give
didn't
2
say
tips.
individual stuff, so
Yeah.
it just has the amount, your tip, and then your total.
So whenever
Damn.
you got a Pentecostal group and you got some extra money out of them, it was
Shout out
it
to
was
our
a win.
Pentecostal fans.
Shout out,
if-
what's up?
if this whole YouTube thing doesn't work out, I'll use that tip.
So you
But a lot of
work out, I'll
restaurants
become
have got rid of
Pentecostal. So
Yeah, we would have people like call up every once in a while on people that weren't very good at hiding it, and they'd be like, "Oh, they double charged me for a tip," and so they would get really pissed.
Did you have to give him free shit? Dude, I would be pissed. What the fuck? I mean,
I'm just telling you that, like,
Alright,
I never had anybody calling me because I was
if you-
super slick with it.
if you if you ever serve us and you're like a waiter or a waitress, just don't ask D4 if he wants Diet Coke. Just
Here's something that would probably trigger my boy Shadow. Here, I hate going to places.
Hello, sir. What do you want to order? Oh man, can I get the Trump special?
No.
Cringe. Sorry.
Yeah, cringe. No, here you go to places like even IHOP. Okay, we live in the South, so it's the Bible Belt. So it's a big thing where you get some lady and she's horrible. She's like the worst waitress you've ever had in your life. She's going around and she's like, you can hear her back in the back, I don't fucking deal with these people and all this stuff. You can just hear them, and like I've had them 2 or 3 times before. And then they come to you and they're like all happy, they're perky and blah blah blah. And the last thing they put on their check is God bless you. Like, I don't think that's really needed. Like, a lot of people look for the pity. Like, people in the South are more charitable most of the time when it comes to things like that. So when you put God bless, like, oh, she's a good Christian woman. Like, I should probably give her some more money. But, like, most of the time it's just people looking for those pity tips. And so I don't give you extra money just because you put God bless. Even though I am a Christian, I don't give extra money when it comes to that stuff. I don't know. It irks me when people put that, and I know, like, I can hear them talk to their other employees about dumb shit. Like, I was doing 2 lines of Coke last night, and
I was doing 55 into 54. It was crazy.
Doing 55 into 54.
I'm still drunk.
I'm so wasted right now.
That communion wine.
But
When it writes "God bless you" on a receipt, I'd give him extra money and buy a science book.
Yeah.
But
Waste this money,
anyway,
2017.
here you go. Now you,
Why didn't you just Google it, Shadow? Jesus.
now you can scam me.
Oh shit, that was good.
But yeah,
you ever had that,
does-
Shadow? Anybody ever put that on your ticket or anything?
No.
No, you never had that. In the South, what about you?
I live in Pennsylvania. It's
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, they put
basically the same.
Amish bless you or
But
something. May the
With
Amish
their-
ever be in your favor.
they wrote it with their ink and quill.
Yeah, what the fuck? Right up to you.
They
at
hand
the
you,
table.
they hand you one of those electric fireplaces.
Have you, did Amish people go to where you worked at, Shadow?
No.
They weren't allowed.
The entire
No
state
Amish.
of Pennsylvania.
There's no
It's
buggy
not
parking
Amish.
out front.
God damn it. It's just
He's dead, Jim.
it's just the middle of the state, man. Pittsburgh is civilized.
I don't know, man. Hopa said he's been up there. All he saw was horse and carriages. And you guys always make fun of the South.
No,
He goes-
I will say, no, that's, I will say, and this will answer the original question, what would I be doing if it wasn't for YouTube?
Oh yeah.
So what I did, kind of during YouTube as well, but as my main job was I delivered tires for company, delivered it to mechanic
Wagon
shops,
wheels?
no wagon wheels. But I would
Are they
go,
called tires too?
a lot of the time, I would have to drive
Oh shit.
through Amish country, and it's so annoying when you have these thin ass roads and these horse and buggies are
Do they allow cars through there for real?
yeah,
What the fuck?
the fuck.
No,
Wouldn't they?
I figured they would have
Okay.
their own land. And,
I'm not trying to make fun of the Amish or anything, but do you know why they a lot of them are in Pennsylvania, Shadow? Is it just a thing there, or?
It's just where they settled originally.
Are they called
Yeah.
colonies? I don't even know.
Yeah, I'm trying to educate myself. I'm not
No,
making fun
I
of
mean
anyone.
it's.
You ever
I-
thought of joining the Amish mafia?
Yeah.
I saw that show before.
It's
Good show.
I've driven through that area, the Amish Mafia place. But yeah, it's
Damn, how are you still alive?
I-
and you live to tell the tale.
it's so surreal because you hear about you see all these videos and movies that take
Their
place
drive-bys.
in the 1700s.
Oh my God, Shadow! I think I know where you're going with this.
Huh?
I think I know where you're going with this. Are you saying they use their towns as movie sets? You said you see these movies where they're in the 1700s.
You see the movies and it's wow, this is a movie, this is a fictional place. But then you go and people are actually wearing these quilt dresses and they're in
Fireplaces.
horse and buggies and stuff. It's weird. This. I don't want to say it's weird that these people exist. Kind of is.
Do you know what they're allowed and not allowed to
We're not
do?
going to hear this.
Damn, shut up, you savage as fuck tonight.
Do you guys know what they're not allowed to do, or anything like that? What
anything
are they?
technology,
Videos.
right?
Huh?
Nothing technology. Written, right?
I don't know, I don't fucking know.
You have to take care of everything on your own. You have to
Just
be
build
self-sufficient.
fireplaces.
Shut the fuck
All
up.
they do. They I know electricity's not a thing for them.
Yeah.
So
You have to be self-sufficient, I think.
I don't know. Let's look it up.
I've only seen probably a handful of Amish people IRL, and I've only seen D20. Did you ever see at your workplace where I used to work at the grocery store and you worked at the pizza place? Did you ever see the monks that used to come in?
Yeah.
Yeah,
There was a monastery
not too far,
in
and
our
it was the
town,
craziest shit.
right outside our town.
Yeah, so we had a monastery right outside our town, and we would it just so happened to be it was on my bus route that we would drive by it. I used to think it was the coolest but scariest place in the world.
It was like this huge
like castle
mansion looking thing.
Yeah, and it had a lake around it, so it's like something you'd see out of the movies. And so like every time we drive, I just remember being in like the 4th, 5th, and 6th grade, and then we went to a different school, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, different city, and so I would still have to always drive by it, whether it was at the elementary school all the way through high school. But I remember always sitting by somebody that always had some dumbass story about the monastery. And then I didn't really know who lived there or what actually went on, because there were so many dumbass stories that we always had or heard about it. Like 3 kids died there one time, blah, blah, blah. They were, blah, blah, blah. But anyways, so I was working at the grocery store, and a guy came in, and the cashier was like our age. She was a couple years older than me, and she was like, "You know who that was, right?" And I was like, "No, I don't know. Who was that? Was that someone important?" And she's like, "No, that's a monk. That he lives at that castle-looking thing, the monastery." And I was like, "Are you serious?" He's like, "Yeah, that's where they reside and stuff." And I was like, "That's crazy." That I never put 2 and 2 together, and I never knew. So every time they came in, I thought it was really cool. They were really nice, really cool. Just dressed a little different and just went about their way. But I don't know, there wasn't anything really different, too crazy about it. But I just thought that was something that was probably in another country or nothing that was ever around my city or town. But yeah, there was a monastery around where we lived. I thought that was pretty neat. I don't know why.
Didn't you know from RuneScape?
Yeah,
they had monastery.
That's what I thought. That was from a different country, man. I had no clue. Clue. What about you, D20? When did you figure out what it exactly was?
Well, back when the movie Bulletproof Monk came out, I started shooting at him just to see
if it was real, and sadly no.
Yeah. No, yeah, it was like our bus drove by, because it wasn't too far from like our elementary school.
Right.
So our bus went down through there too, or whatever, and I don't know, like it just like there was people that I knew, like once I got a little bit older, like that are adults or whatever, they would go and like fish over there with them, like they'd let them fish on their lake and stuff like that. But I mean, so I guess they're just normal people. But I did always kind of wonder like what it was like inside, like. Mm-hmm. 'Cause I don't really know.
I bet
what
you could take a tour of it if you really wanted to. I haven't been by there in years. I need to go by it just to look at it. They used to have like this like iron gate around it. You know, the ones that kind of like in RuneScape, and also like the Sims and stuff. You know, that like mansion that had like the dead people in it and stuff. The graveyard. They had that like iron fence around it, but it set on that lake. And then
wait, you're talking about RuneScape where they have the dead people?
No, the Sims. There was that one house that had always the dead people in it. I forgot the name of it.
No, I don't know.
The Goth family.
The Goth family, yeah, the Goth family. See, Shadow, you know. What's up, man? And in the mornings, I remember this always, 2D20, that lake always had like mist coming off of it or fog or whatever, and that was scary as shit. You drove by that and you see that big-ass mansion out there with the fog coming off the water. I was like, Jesus Christ, I'm going to die today. But, yeah. Anyways, did you find out anything about the Amish, Shadow? About what they believe or anything?
Well, I linked the thing, but I guess I'll read. Basically, according to the Amish, progress is not assumed to mean something better. Most elements from mainstream society, such as electricity generated by public power lines, TVs, computers, and modern tractors, are considered to be tempting elements from an outside world that could lead Amish away from their close-knit community or weaken the family structure. And so they just... yeah.
There is a TV show that shows like boys and girls that are younger that left and went out on their own, and they're like, some come back but some never return, and some are like banished from the Amish or whatever. They can't even go see their mom and dad and stuff like that. I don't know how true it was in the show, but I remember watching like a couple parts of a couple episodes, and they were like,
"Oh, I believe it.
Susie is out in the real world. She's an outsider. You don't talk to her. Blah blah. If she comes back."
Joel and Megan were watching some show while I was over. I can't remember what it was called, but it was about Scientology, and it was kind of like the same thing.
Yeah,
like the
Scientology is a cult.
like a kid or something, like didn't pay their dues or try to get out of it, but they couldn't talk to their family again, like their family disowned them and stuff.
Were you watching Joe Rogan podcast? Because that's what
No, it was
I
some
like
show.
watching
It was
everything
with
on.
It was
some
that
like
Remy or whatever her name is. That
Yeah,
Remy LaCroix.
whatever her name is.
yeah, I know. That was, Kings and Queens.
Do you guys know who that is?
No.
That's a
Probably
porn star.
porn star, I'm guessing.
Yeah, very
It's the only
famous.
people you know.
Very famous.
Exactly. Like what the hell? Like name 4 presidents. Fucking
Donald
Big
Trump.
Tits McGee. Like Jesus
Madison
Christ.
Ivy.
You know more.
Donald
porn
Trump,
stars than you do.
Love.
Obama twice.
Bush and his dad. Easy.
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 Next question.
Big Bush, little Bush.
Yeah.
Next question.
Oh shit. Oh man. Oh. But yeah. And let's get back to the main question.
By the way, that's not a very fair comparison. There's only been a couple of presidents, like 46 or so, whatever. But there's
5.
45, whatever. Fuck it. But there's like a billion porn stars, so there's a lot more. To
That's
remember.
sad that you can name
billion.
more than 46 of them. You sad piece of shit.
I have a whole list with them. I've told you guys
Just
this before.
stop. Just
I have a
stop.
whole
Don't
in
tell
case I
anybody
need
that.
to.
Stop
and
it.
like I remember the specific thumbnails of where I discovered them.
Jesus
Most of the time.
Christ.
Most of the time.
That's sad, sidearms. You're a sad little puppy.
It's okay.
Yes.
Anyways, like I was
so-
saying, go ahead.
Well, back to the
Yeah.
monastery. I was looked it up just while we were sitting here. The one that's like in our hometown or whatever.
Yeah.
And like I'm looking at a closer up picture of it, and it looks like they have satellite dishes on top. So
Oh,
it looks like
hell
they got direct TV.
Exposed.
They got
They're getting that
DirecTV.
Sunday ticket. No wonder they ain't coming out.
Link me that stuff. I want to see it later. I want to look at it. But the main question was, what do you see you guys doing if you were doing YouTube? To be honest, I think D20 and I would be in business somewhere. I think we would do something together. I think we would do like sell insurance or have something where we were invested with each other. Where
Your own business?
yeah, I think we'd have our own business together where we would have our own hours and kind of
We'd have a business where we sold businesses
Yeah.
to other business
I
people.
would like a computer business. Here you go. Oh, thanks.
I'd like a business. I've got the business for you. What's your name? Steve. We'll call it Steve Business. It'll be $200,000.
But I can see D20 and I doing that. Even it might have been like, it could be like renovating homes. It could be flipping houses or something like that. I could see us doing that. Like there's that TV show. What is that called? What is that show?
Property Brothers.
Yeah, Property
We're
Brothers.
practically twins.
We're probably pretty much. We can do that. Like I think we could do some of the hard labor, but we can also, I'm gonna get one and flip it for $50,000. So, I think we would do that for sure. Like that's something I think, like 99.9% sure that we would do. Like we would definitely do something, go in business together, and invest. That's what we would.
You guys are going to be on the Shank Tank?
The Shark Tank.
No, the Shank Tank.
The
What's
dank
the Shank?
tank.
What's the Tank
What's that?
Tank?
Shark
No,
Tank.
it's a Shark Tank. I'm just.
It's a
yeah,
porno.
that was another
Shark
porn.
Tank.
Yeah.
Hey,
think
that Lori girl. Okay, hello.
Remy LaCroix. Oh yeah, dude. Lori's pretty hot. I don't know if it's just because
Smash or no?
That's smash. If
All
she
right,
let me.
what
If
about
she-
what about Hillary Clinton? Smash or no?
smash?
Potatoes. Smash or no?
Smash it. I love potatoes. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Mashed potatoes or
Yeah.
smashed potatoes.
That's how
I
I
like
mash
them.
my potatoes.
With that dick beater. Okay. Oh, sorry. Jesus Christ.
That got weird.
If
D20
I didn't answer the question, by the way, because I don't think I did.
Yeah, you got around to it, but you really didn't.
Yeah, I said before I was delivering tires, and if it wasn't for YouTube, I would probably still be at that job. I love that job.
Did you have to like physically pick the tires up and put them places, or you did? So you were like buffing shit,
I mean, I probably would be at this point, but
right?
I mean,
being a badass.
I didn't like they weren't like monster truck tires or
I
anything.
didn't say
Do
they
you,
were.
do you
The
think
tires
you'd
are
be able to
fucking
score
heavy.
me some of those like sports car tires? In the
Jeez.
film?
No,
Vanessa,
What?
Vanessa Hudgens,
because I just deliver the tire. I don't sell them to
or
individual
steal
people.
them. The black market. Jesus
Although
Christ.
there were some. There were like two
Summit.
instances. There were two instances that were really weird where like I had to deliver tires like directly to some to
Person.
like a
guy?
private residence door,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I'm just like, this is weird. Like, is this
It's under
like?
the table.
Yeah,
sure.
it was most like mechanic places. Just drop them somewhere. And there it's like Ding dong, I have your tire.
So you were like in Shipping Wars? That was you? You were the...
No, he had the bid. He worked for a company. He just said, go pick these kind of tires up and fucking take them to this place. That's the hard. Yeah, not very hard.
I
man.
know. We shipped them out from a warehouse. But I love that job so much. And, I mean, at this point, if I had stayed there, like, I'd like to think that I might have advanced in the company a little bit. Like, maybe I'd be in charge of...
Maybe you wouldn't be driving anymore?
Or maybe you turned into the Michelin Man.
Which could suck, because I like the driving. You know, if I'm in charge of keeping everybody their routes.
That's D20. Oh, he said the server broke.
TeamSpeak definitely D20. We're almost done with it anyways. What would be... actually, I was going to ask D20, so fuck. Okay.
I'll answer for him.
Go ahead.
I'd probably be with D4, Property Brothers.
Rough time, Baylor.
I was just joking. I love D20. Not like I didn't say I didn't like him, but you know.
Yeah, you did.
Just to be clear.
G18's in here, but he's not listening. But I think he would probably work at a taco stand. What do you think, guys?
Okay.
Tacos.
Sorry, I cut out on mic right now.
He can't hear us right now. You can just say it. Just say it. G18 would work at a taco stand. Say it. Say it with chest.
I feel like G18 would probably
a professional gamer.
Yeah, I could totally see that. I feel bad. I feel like we've held G18 back.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh no, like if it wasn't for us, like, you know, lead team and all that, like he'd probably be going on and he'd be a pro at this point.
Yeah, making chimichangas, man. He'd be
we're holding him back. He could.
Here comes D20.
He could have been C9 Donger Lord.
Yeah. We expected that G18's job D20 was going to be making tacos.
Not we. Just,
you did.
Just
sorry.
D4. Yeah.
Sorry, yes.
Yeah.
All right, what do you think you would do if you worked for
YouTube,
YouTube, though? D20, you'll end the podcast for us.
Oh, well, that's so much pressure. I don't know, whatever. Probably, I would do something with, like, pyramid schemes, because those seem foolproof.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, as long as you're at the top, you know.
Yeah. No, there's some guy who said, like, hey, buy all this product. It's not a pyramid scheme. I'd probably be doing that, because, I mean, pyramid schemes are bad. But that's
who would lie to you?
Yeah. No,
there's no reason to lie to me.
I've had a couple friends that I thought were friends that worked in that restaurant business that I knew that went to college and then ended up doing whatever. And I met, like, saw them one day working, and they were like, "Hey man, I just want to you want to go get lunch one day? We can just, I got this cool like business I think you might like, man. I might like." And so I'm like, "No, not really." And he's like, I was just like, "You can tell me about it though, and we'll just because I don't really have a lot of time. I gotta work, I'm full schedule." And he's like, "All right, so here's the deal." And they like fucking tell his pyramid scheme. Like, so it's a pyramid scheme. Like, no, it's not a pyramid scheme. Like, so it's a pyramid scheme because that's exactly what you're telling me. It's a fucking pyramid scheme. So I did.
It just sounds like you missed out on a bunch of cash, man. If it's as easy as giving them a bunch of money and then getting a bunch of money back, then I don't see this.
Yeah, it's pretty easy. But anyways, we're gonna end the podcast on that note. Don't get involved.
D20 like that again.
I know, that's why. Yeah, he's gone. D20's gone. The hilarious guy. I don't know. It might be raining, storming. I don't know what's going on. I don't know. But anyways, love your face. Thank you very much. I thought this was a good podcast. I thought that their topics kind of rolled off the tongue today. It was really nice. But I appreciate you, Silence. Appreciate you, Shadow. If you haven't checked out Shadow's Twitch, definitely do that. Links will be in the description for that. He streams more often than anybody else. Also, D20, thank you very much. I know you're not here, but I love you, brother. And G18 was here in spirit, but not really here. I'm going to put his little icon on the video just for fun because he hasn't been in any other podcast.
Damn,
so why not?
I've been in one and not even gotten a picture.
Bitch, you're getting 3 Santa hats. Calm down.
G18 doesn't even show up and he gets a fucking picture.
Yeah, he really didn't.
Okay,
so.
whatever.
But anyways.
I see how I'm appreciated. And you guys hopefully see too.
Suck it. The links will be down in the description for all the SoundCloud if you want to watch those as well or listen to those. And thank you for all the support again on the podcast. We're going to keep on keeping on. And you guys seem to like it. It seems like we have the same amount of people to come back week after week. And we have people that are watching the ones before. If you haven't checked out ones before, we have some good ones out there. Definitely got to check those out. This is, I believe, episode 16. I can't keep up anymore. 16 weeks of this thing. Pretty freaking good so far.
That's a lot to count to, man.
It is. It is a lot to count to. It is. It's true. But anyways, love your face, and we'll see you next time. Peace.